Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome back to an artist's mini sketchbook tour of 2024. This is week number 32, I believe. Before we jump into the first spread, I made a short last week about my sketchbook, this particular sketchbook, and how I was caught in a rainstorm with this sketchbook in my backpack, and it didn't survive. Well, it was quite soaked, but it's dried out now, but it's a bit warped, as you could see. But as one friend said, it gives my sketchbook character, and this is the life of the sketchbook, and it documents that life. So with that said, let's get into the spread. This first spread is going back to my first love of subway sketching. And as I was doing these particular spreads, and the common theme throughout this particular week was being aware of what I'm not good at drawing. And as I was doing this, I was not good at drawing ellipticals, still am not. And you could only do what you could do. And as my mom used to say, when I had trouble writing English papers for high school, just put something down on paper and then you could work with that material. And this was the case here. I'm putting something down on paper, I'm drawing an elliptical, and now I know what I could improve on, so that was the case here. This next spread in welding school, my instructor Miguel, I usually get there early, and he was working on a side project. He was making this barbecue out of all the scrap metal that is available to him at the school, and he was just oxyacetylene. Actually, he was using the oxyacetylene torch to season the barbecue grill, and this is him in mid-seasoning at that point. Another subway sketch. This particular guy was reading, and it's very uncharacteristic of me to sketch somebody who's wide awake, sitting right in front of me, who has the potential to look at me and make me a bit nervous while I'm sketching them. But he was pretty cool, stuck to his book, and I stuck to my drawing. And that is it. Because the sketchbook was totally drenched, I'll move on to the second sketchbook. Back to just to let you know, I'm using the Hahnemühle German travel sketchbook. So this is the first spread. Back to the subway. It seems like I concentrated on subway drawings this particular week. And I started off with this gentleman. He kept on moving and got up eventually, so I couldn't finish the drawing. But then this gentleman sat down in that same seat, and he had these great hands. They were gnarly, old, sort of, you could see his hands went through a lot. He went through a lot. And I really liked how his fingers were kind of like bending at odd angles. Next drawing, I was going to see my dad that particular weekend, and when I saw this woman, I knew I had to sketch her. I couldn't be covert about it, so I just went up to her and asked if I could sketch her, and she was totally cool with it, and she opened up by saying, "I'm an artist too." So I got to sketch her while she was reading her book. She had a killer outfit on. Her posture was upright and sitting proud, and it was a really fun time drawing her. And this particular spread, just drawing people on transit again, just trying to get the angles right, and trying to get down quicker gestures because they were moving around a lot. And that in itself is another good exercise if you really want to get down the essentials of a person. Set a time limit for yourself, 30 seconds. 15 seconds, 1 minute, to see what you could get down, and you will eventually find out that you're just drawing the essentials of that particular person or object or whatever that case may be. Just do a time limit for those drawings, and I think it'll help your observational skills. It certainly helps my observational skills and drawing skills to get down the bare essentials. And then the last spread for this particular week, I've drawn this gentleman on the subway going to work many times before, and he just happened to be there again. And then this particular portion of the spread was sketched on my way home. There was no seats, so I stood between two cars They have, like in Toronto, the subway cars are one open entire train, and where one car links up to the next car, they have these sort of flexible sort of, I call them accordion type situations. And I was standing on one of those rotating accordion connectors, and this guy stood in front of me, and I thought, I've never actually sketched standing up on a subway car, so I thought I'd get him. And then there was this seated passenger to his left, and I tried sketching her, and the angles were kind of off, but it was a good exercise. I really enjoyed this particular drawing session here. So anyways, that is it for week number 32. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you for sticking it out with me. It's been fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a great week. I hope you will have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.